Greetings, gentry of the void. It's me, CrimsonSlave. This week's been weird. Um, First off, I have a mini fridge now. I have it early, which you'd think, honestly, would be like a general overall win. But it randomly has made random problems that I did not expect to happen. So let me explain my week. Explain why like this mini fridge is awesome and bad at the same time. Um, my week has been consumed with dumb things, but most of the things my week is consumed with is my grandparents because my grandparents, weirdly off tempo, both went to the hospital. Then one went to the hospital, then went to a rehab because old people just can't just come home apparently, and that was a thing for about 2 weeks. So my mom and me didn't have anyone here. So my grandmother came back this Monday, which was a whole rigmarole of picking her up, figuring out when she was going to get back, and shifting plans to get her from the hospital. And then my grandfather came back, I think Tuesday. I think Tuesday, Wednesday. Came back Tuesday, and then that was the whole thing. And then Thursday and Friday, they had a bunch of visits to make sure everything else is fine and scheduling, and that was a lot. It was just a bunch of people fighting back and forth with two old people who don't remember everything and the way that they think they do, and them just shooting out answers to questions that are wrong, or just generally just saying yes to everything, which isn't what doctors want to hear. So that was a thing I had to do for like 3 days straight. Now, in the middle of all that, I have worked as a whole thing. And then this showed up a week early. Now, I'm happy I have a mini fridge now. I have salsa in it. I have salsa in it, and I can finally. Oh shit. Um, and I can finally store my alcohol in it. So I'm happy about some of this. Like it's not like a bad thing. But it's not something that I wanted to happen early for two reasons. Now, the first reason is because of how my room is set up. Like I'm working with like constraints isn't the word. I'm working with limitations on what I can place places. So when I plan to buy something bigger, I have to sort it out. So my mini fridge, I knew that how high my bed currently sits and where my TV currently is. My mini, this is, okay. I keep calling it a mini fridge. It's not. This is a beverage cooler. It's designed for alcohol, drinks, sodas, so forth. I essentially bought it as a mini fridge because I'm just going to put salsa in it and milk and yogurt, and it currently goes down to 32, which means I can put those things in here, so I don't have to frequently leave the room to get something. Or if I want cereal, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, I can just pull out a bowl and get cereal and just have it in the room, and not have to fight with space in my grandparents' fridge, which is literally why I have it. Plus, alcohol. But that's why I have a beverage cooler. And I about it because I could like put stickers on it probably later this week when I get all the plastic off of it. It's something I've been doing like every day. Anyway, the reason why this being here early is bad, because I was just explaining, because of where it sits, it doesn't. It's too high. My TV's cut off from the angle that's currently at, which means I need to raise my TV. I knew for like like I planned out getting this beverage cooler about 2 months ago, and my logic was I'm gonna have to raise the TV because I realized getting this K something Colex maybe. When I got this, it would take up most space on the wall. It's fine because it would mean that all my clothes could fit in it and future clothes could fit in it, and I could put jeans, bedding, all in this, which left me with this weird problem. I could have done two things. I can technically still raise my bed about 8 inches, which is what I did in Delaware, and that was beneficial when I did it in Delaware. The thing is, in Delaware, I had a metal, or metal, maybe aluminum, but it was a set frame. This frame I have for this bed is a combination between padded wood, and I occasionally lay on it or lean out one side and it strains. I don't want to fuck with that logic too hard. So my option is to raise my TV. So when I raise my TV, the 7.5 inches that this is to the bottom of my TV will be raised up, and then my TV will be over it, and I can do more stuff with it. So that's the thing. That's the thing I'm currently going to do. Now, some other stuff that came with this TV getting here early meant that I don't have those things. I was going to wait until I got paid because apparently I was going to get paid the same day the fridge was going to come. So I was just going to just be lazy that day, go to Target, get the thing that I measured out for, have it, and then once I have it, it would have been just a simple build it and install it, which is why I bought a screwdriver. And because I got these things, I had this whole plan of how I was going to implement the mini fridge, beverage cooler into the room, and that was just going to be my overall idea. I also ordered a shoe rack. I have that now, and it's doing its job perfectly. I don't feel like moving my phone to capture these edges. Trust me, I built it. It's there. And because also, early, it meant that I didn't have time to get it built, recycle, and put away, fold away. So I'm going to have to probably overfill our recycling bin with it, with the box that it came in, and that's going to be its own problem too. So the rest of this week has basically just been, I wouldn't say layered. It was Red Press coming back home, nursing questions, the fridge being here early, working and training people, and lastly was my curiosities with streaming, which I realized I came to like a dead stop to. Now, this I came to dead stop streaming because of two reasons. A, I have been going through random stuff, and because I'm going through random stuff, I don't have the extra capacity currently to be like I should totally do something else, or I should be putting in effort, or be putting in effort to something else work. And because of that, I have been playing the games period for like 2 weeks straight. Which, if you know anything about me as a person, no one does. But like, if you knew me, you would think that it's weird that I'm only cutting my TV on to play you. I'm not cutting my Xbox on to use YouTube, and I'm not like shooting something. I'm not playing a game. And I haven't been most of this week because I've just been stressed and I've had a lot of clothing shifts. I just haven't had the urge to do something. Now that said, I said last week that I was going to sit down and figure out if I could stream easier to make my PNG tuber work with the thing. And the answer that I came to was I need to suck it up and get a capture card. Um, Essentially, I could use the thing that I'm using, which is something stream, Windstream, Lightstream, and Lightstream does work. I can use it as a thing. I can use it to do multi streaming, and it could work technically. The problem with it is if I want to use my PNG model, I have to go through this. Annoying isn't the right word. I have to use OBS to be able to broadcast it from where it is to be there, and I need to test this theory. Now my thing's better, but I think it's useful. It's possible, but technically, in my researching on how to make all this work, the clearer answer is to just get a capture card and just stream into OBS, and then I can use Fugitech or use the other Fugi technology, sorry, the other Handy technology that I currently have to make it appear on screen seamlessly with my mic and just use my mic normally. Because of that, I'm just gonna have to get a capture card. And luckily, looking into it, capture card shouldn't be that hard, and it will work with my Mac. So that's something I learned. That'd be kind of cool. I'm going to get an Elgato, a fancy one. It's like 160. Well, that's probably like $200. But yeah, looking forward to that being a thing future wise in my life. So yeah, and that was most of my week. Another thing that happened this week was that I randomly, befriended is my word. I've just been like chatting with someone that I talked to um on a different platform, on a more selective platform, and it's been kind of cool to like be talking with another person about random stuff. That happened this week. I randomly had a query with a song called "Drake Don't Need No Mix," which is considered a country song, but it sounds like an early Migos song, and that took up a couple of days because I didn't understand why everyone kept calling it New Country, and it just felt like a rap song, but it was a country song. And then I found out the person that wrote that song is a black guy who wrote some more famous urban country song called Bar Song Tipsy. That was a whole rabbit hole that I went down this week too. What was there? I've been getting a lot of ads from music videos, so like I've been listening to a lot of different music. Dayseeker is making a new album. I'm happy about that, and I'm going to probably get some new the word escapes me. Gamer subs at some point, probably next paycheck. Um, it's been a weird. It's been a week. Oh yeah, crap. I also went to a Subway and saw this and was confused by it. And it was called the Happy Gilmore meal. I was like, what does that mean? Apparently, Happy Gilmore is making a part 2 movie, and Subway has collective cups. It was a dumb thing. Apparently, it was like, oh, if you get a cup, if you get a meal, you pay $1 more. You get a cup. So there's 4 cups because of how much my grandmother goes to Subway. I lucked into getting 2, so I have 2 of the 4 collective cups, which is a thing. But I will say this from the standpoint of someone who doesn't understand like how that works currently, it's a really weird thing because you have to get a whole meal, which means that you have to get like a sub or like, excuse me, you have to get a sub for lower percentage. You got to get chips and a drink. Then you pay $1 more to get this cup, which is weird because a few people in line got the cup, but they didn't take the small cup, so they're basically paying for a larger cup to get a kid size cup, which doesn't make any sense because they don't have other sizes for this cup. Because this has to be like a, does it say? It's a plastic reusable cup. This is an 18-ounce cup. I think the small cup at Subway is like 16, 24, and 36. So it has to be this. So like this is like a kid size cup. Like I'm old. I'm old. But my thing is this. This feels like something that you would have gotten in like a McDonald's meal type cup because plastic reusable. But it's for a Netflix series, which is mostly going to be like preteen, my age range 30 to 40, if you really like old Adam Sandler movies. So I don't understand why their marketing was like, we should do kids cups. Like I think when I was like 9, 10, 12, somewhere in an age range, they made glass cups for Lord of the Rings. They're like goblet size cups. Those were 24-ounce cups. And they were just they were somewhere between $5 to $10. It was a glass cup. It had a part came off the bottom and it glowed, and that made more sense to me. But I think because I got two of these, I'm going to get all four. So probably my next video, I'll have all four. But I don't think I'm gonna watch the movie. I'm just getting it because it's collectible. I'm a collector, and I think it's weird. But I do not understand why they have kids cups. But I have to like ask more questions about it. But that's the video. I have a mini fridge. Random problems did not work out. But now I have cold drinks and salsa and chips and chips on hand when I need it. So there's that. I also need to do a lot more organizing. Oh yeah, I also did I did an unveiling video and found out that my Persona 3 Persona 3 collector's edition had a statue in it, but it's not a big statue and it's like action figure size. So I would say like the statue is probably it's probably height wise it's probably like this big, but it's a statue in a box, so it's smaller than that. And it didn't. I didn't want to open it because like I opened like other fiction. I flip the things. I'll probably at some point next 2 weeks put that video on my channel. But compared to my two-part Assassin's Creed statue that I have up there, it felt really small and it felt not weight. It didn't feel like it had weight to it. So when I plan to get more frame stuff, to get all of my photos up there, obviously that was none of this isn't frame. But I got one of my pictures hung up, and I have a plan. I want to hang up the rest. But I realize it's just going to be a little bit of a bullshit problem to get them all hung up currently. So I just didn't want to. I didn't want to put the Persona statue on the top of this thing because it feels small enough that when I get a Swiffer this week, or no, whenever I get paid, and I'll knock it over more than anything else, and it won't be something I can clean. It's something I knock over every month, and that just felt bad. So I'm sorry, this video's been rambling at its finest. So there's that. Um, I hope you're referring to mine. I had indecisiveness, but I did some dumb stuff. I got Chick-fil-A. That was fun. Um, I got Chick-fil-A. I have a mini fridge now. I got two random Happy Gilmore collector's cups for some reason. So I didn't really accomplish a lot with the week that I've been with, but I've done something. So, and if you have your own place or you have friends to help you build things, or you have a sense of direction or ability to like figure things out, your week better than mine. My week has been my week, but it's been a week that I've enjoyed. I've enjoyed talking to a random person, and despite my non-playing games, I have plans to play Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts today, and to go off on this random plan to just play Borderlands Telltale game series, and then play new Borderlands Telltale game series all the way through. So that's been my week. I hope next week I have I have more cool stuff. I think I have a hot topic order that I need to pick up, and yeah, I don't know what else. But until next time.